Who doesn't want Anamika? And nobody can find Anamika in India.
That's the plan.
Let's look up the reviews. No. Have you ever looked at a replica and thought that it's yours? Brides really stress you out, no? What is your succession plan?
Bollywood is like that. They'll call you an hour before that, can you send me something? I need something. But I live in Calcutta. Like, even if I beg someone for a private plane, it will still take me 3 hours. You're not this queen in the rest of the world. You're just this queen in your head. I want someone to say, oh my God, she's dead. I have nothing to wear.
Hi guys, welcome to the season finale of Fashionably Purnia. Honestly, like I've been chasing her for a while because who doesn't want Anamika? And actually nobody can find Anamika in India.
That's the plan. That's the master plan, actually.
So we're in London. I do have to shout out, we're in our friend Sonam's office. Sonam Kapoor, she's so generous, always with her everything. It's the next day after London Fashion Week. Anamika did a debut with AKOK. Anamika, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Purnia.
I really want to shoot right after your show because it's so fresh in our memories, and the kind of feeling we have today, right after watching the show, we wouldn't have had if we shot this a lot later.
Yeah.
First question. Have you read the reviews?
No, I won't. I'm just not going to read the reviews. It's a thing, it's once you've done it, you've done everything that you can.
Yeah.
And then the reviews, somebody would say like, somebody was shooting here and this happened and the show was late or was early and I didn't get a seat and I'm like, I don't want to get into it at all.
I was talking to her sons yesterday. I think I was talking to Vishesh. And what I was discussing with Vishesh last night after the show was that, see, in India, you're at the top of your game. You're very much loved. There's nobody in India who has a bad thing to say about you or your clothes or what you create, right? You're like kind of a trendsetter in India. It's nice to be in a space or in a place where people may have a different opinion.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only way to grow, right?
I think that's the reason why I'm putting myself out there. That unless you're challenged enough, how do you grow from there? You just sort of reach a point where okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, it's always about that push that I need. And to come here as a new brand, and when people tell you, this is your first time, have you been here? I'm like, guys, I have nothing to say to this. I'm like going to die soon.
God forbid.
I know.
No, but you're such a pro, basically. Back home, you're such a pro and you've been at it for so many years.
Yeah, so it's a funny feeling.
Yeah.
That you're a new brand and then you put yourself out there. And then the girls are like, first time show, how do you feel? It's like, this is my 100th, I think 1,000th show.
Actually,
I don't feel anything.
If you think about it. What difference did you find between London Fashion Week and all the fashion weeks you've been doing in India?
The gap is narrowing.
Yeah. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it is a good thing. It's not so alien anymore. Nothing is alien, actually.
Yeah.
So when I went to Paris the first time, without any social media, without a phone, without anything, you were just lost, right? Because you didn't know. But right now we have so much information that back home in India, we're changing every day.
Yeah.
And then you're also aware how to navigate, when you come to another country to show.
Yeah.
Of course, the systems are different. You are left on your own to figure it out. You're not given like a pool A.
Yeah.
I'm not given a pool A and pool B.
Of girls talent and stuff.
And the set is there and this is what you got to use and this is your makeup artist. Here, you got to figure it out.
So in that sense, in India, are you more taken care of?
I'm wondering if that's more taken care of or that might be also binding in the same...
Limiting, maybe?
Yeah, I might not want to use pool A and I might want to go to pool B.
Yeah.
But we'll get there because here the pool of talent is from all over the world.
Right.
So when it's a fashion week, everyone's just flying here and then going to Milan and going to Paris. So that pool is
you have access to the best from all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. Plus also, I think the level of professionalism, whether it's your stylist, whether it's your casting agent, whether it's your PR, whether it's the models themselves, the sense of timing. So this girl who came late by 10 minutes apologized for 1 hour and wasted that 1 hour. It's like, it's okay. I'm fine that you're late, but I'm just used to it. It's just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But that sense of commitment that's also there is very interesting.
Yeah.
That if somebody's committed, they are delivering. At least that's the experience I've had.
Yeah.
And besides that, obviously you got to tweak yourself to say that you're not this queen in the rest of the world. You're just this queen in your head, sitting in your own country and doing whatever. But when you go out there, you're going to be sliced into pieces again.
How does that make you feel?
It's very humbling.
But in a
It's
good
very
way?
humbling. Yeah, it's a learning.
Yeah.
So then it makes you want to do better, no?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I sit at home, back home, and I'm thinking, guys, somebody tell me it's not okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But push me and say
Like you
it's
want criticism.
it's good to have that because that's
course.
the only way you'll move from your comfort
Yeah.
zone, right?
After
So,
this,
yeah.
let's look up the reviews.
No.
Then how do you want to take the criticism? Through word of mouth?
I have these two, no?
You have your boys to
Yeah.
tell you that mommy read this, someone said this one that. They're
Yeah.
like your
Because it's already
they're your information channel basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I start reading it, it just takes me to a space where I've moved out of. You're living a collection for like so long.
Yeah.
You're living the life of that person who you've, made this character into your
Yeah.
show. You move on from there. And it's important to move on because if you don't, then you
Yeah.
get stuck in that
Yeah,
cycle.
exactly. And then you move on to the next, right? You have so much other work. And
That
so many
too.
other things.
That too.
Yeah.
But it's also important to just switch off.
Yeah. With the fashion show you just did, why Hamleys? Is it because of the reliance? I know you know, dreaded question. I know it. Is it because of the relationship with Reliance?
It started with
yeah.
that. It started with that. And I was like, no, there's no chance. I can't do this. The collection doesn't belong here. But everyone who went there said the same thing, that it brings you back to something which was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years
nostalgia.
ago, 30 years ago. And I was thinking that every single person who's coming is saying that either they bought their kids there or grandkids there, or they came there 30 years ago or 5 years ago, they bought a toy here, they have something from here. I was like, oh my God, that's iconic, right? The emotion that it was generating.
Yeah.
That, that my whole collection anyway is about nostalgia.
Yeah.
So the connection just started coming in. Of course, challenges, yes, no, kept happening. But when I got into it, I was like, this is it.
Yeah. It was fun. It was unique. It was a unique
Yeah.
experience to enter a fully open and functioning toy store. Like the other
Exactly. There's
floors,
candy everywhere.
the other floors had clients and customers and kids. And then the kids are seeing all these fashion people walk in for Anamika's show. It was so funny.
So I
Yeah.
almost had this in mind, and I was
Yeah.
thinking like, let me just, it's anyways packed. Can we just take the whole store and let
Yeah.
everyone just be helter-skelter
Oh my
and just
God.
do the show there? This thought crossed my head.
Crazy.
Couple of times. And imagine like you're in this place, you're like, can I get a coffee? Do you want a candy? Want a coffee? It was a really cute feeling.
Yeah,
Like
it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone felt unhappy being in a toy store.
Nobody's unhappy at Hamleys. I mean, let's be
Exactly.
honest.
It's iconic, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, who doesn't know Hamleys? Or
Exactly.
doesn't have a memory.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why, yeah.
What I noticed yesterday was also that after the show, you were really calm.
I've been training my mind a little bit. You've got to give it all you got, which I'm doing.
Yeah.
After that, there's nothing else I can do. So whether I stress or whether I don't stress, the result will be the same.
That's true. That's a good attitude.
So I'm just sort of trying to get there, and I psych myself into it that I'm not going to let it get to me anymore.
You were enjoying yourself. I
I
saw that you
actually
enjoyed it. And it's so nice to enjoy what you've done
Yeah.
and you've created, which I think a lot of people, including me, sometimes don't do it because we're so stressed all the time.
Yeah, I've reached that point. It's not been like
It
that
took
all
work,
the time.
yeah.
It really has taken work.
Yeah.
And I know that it's a journey.
Yeah.
To say that at the end of it, what matters is how you feel emotionally, how you connect. The connections that you make with people, the connections that you make with the product that you make, the connections they make with you. So for me, it's become like an emotional, experiential learning journey.
Yeah.
More than just clothes. Clothes, of course,
Yeah.
you put everything into it that you got, and the amount of thoughts that we put into it so that we get it into a certain zone that we want it to. After a point, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's
Then you let
okay.
it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Why did you choose to debut at London Fashion Week with AKOK as opposed to, for example, like Couture in Paris with Anamika Khanna, the main line? I mean, you're a couturier. Anamika Khanna, your main label, it's the most beautiful couture. You're one of the only designers in India still doing proper hand embroidery. A lot of them have kind of moved to like machine and the computer
Digital work. Yeah.
digital work. So why not take that brand first outside of India, and why AKOK and why London?
When we started AKOK, it was with the idea that it's one of the brands that has the potential to grow and scale globally
Yeah.
and internationally, because that's the kind of product that we're making, and it belongs to anywhere, and we
Yeah.
tweak it enough to belong anywhere. So that was one of the reasons that we wanted to show internationally first. London, because I just feel like it allows you diversity.
Yeah.
Somewhere I feel like it wants you to be who you are and where you're from.
Yeah.
And that's really important to
Yeah.
me. And London has always felt like home. I've done so much work here.
Yeah.
You've got your community here, you've got people, and it's the first time. So you've got
I
a
was
lot
just
of
thinking
support.
about it. I was like, I saw so many people yesterday, and I was like, wow, Anamika has such a big support system in London as well, right?
I do. And it's not just about people buying clothes. It's I don't know. I have a lot of people who just come out and support me. So I feel really blessed there. It's a
Yeah.
thing. I feel that in Calcutta. There's a joke going on, don't touch her in Cal, you can't deal with it. That's the
Why?
kind of protection and support, and
Yeah.
everyone else feels it's their show only. So it's
Yeah,
like,
that's so sweet.
yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Even in London, I was feeling like, okay, now I can't call any more people.
It was packed, guys. There were people standing.
I think it's a good thing, right?
Of course, it's a
You
good
want
thing.
energy.
You want people standing. You want there to be extra people.
You're a little stressed. I
Yeah.
hope people are not abusing you by the end of it.
Nobody,
but
everybody was fine. Everybody was having a good time. We were taking our photos. We were chit-chatting.
Yeah.
I was actually meeting people who I only see on social media.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say hi to them thinking I know them.
Yeah.
So it was nice. I was meeting some people. Also, for someone like me who's become so antisocial, it's nice to get out also and meet people for once. So everybody was having a good time.
Yeah, I'm glad you're
Yeah.
saying that, because that was the one thing I was stressed
Yeah.
about when I was
Yeah.
upstairs. Yeah.
What I felt yesterday, and I was actually talking to Sodam about this after the show, was that there's something for everyone. There is something for the super young girls, like who want to be super trendy and who want to show skin. And I don't know why I'll put myself in that category, only because I loved all the Nanga clothes. I want the backless tops. I want the tiny skirts.
Listen, have you seen yourself recently?
No, I'm just saying.
You can
like,
put yourself in anything.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just saying, like, that's what I wanted. And then, like, Sonam wanted the super draped outfits, like the long, you know how she loves flowy things. And there's something for everyone of every body type, every age. How do you make collections that are for everyone somehow?
When AKOK started, we had this thing, okay, we don't have anything for millennials in India, and let's
Yeah.
start a brand that'll just be younger and whatever. And then as we kept going, we realized it wasn't about this age thing. It was about the world of either you were or you were not. You were in this world or you were not. So
Yeah.
there was no age definition. Suddenly we had people who were like 80 or 30
Yeah.
or 15 even, wearing our clothes. And then I was like, you know what? If this is what my calling is, then I'm going to do that. And it just happens automatically. For me, there's an advantage. I have these two boys who are a different generation who are picking on everything, right? And then I
Right.
have my own sensibility.
Right.
So somewhere we managed to...
Because it's the three of you working at it, sometimes
Yeah.
you kind of cater to both your age groups.
Yeah, so
and then
Vishesh
everybody in
does-
between.
He questions me, would you wear this when you were 25? I was like, no. How do you expect this one to wear? It's like, okay, got your point.
Yeah.
It needs to be shorter and sexier there and this and
Yeah.
that. So it's a different generation, right, who thinks differently. So I have that advantage.
How does it feel to have these two boys who are pretty much helping you with your business, but you're so lucky because they have an artistic eye. They're both highly artistic, very creative. So how does it feel like to have them kind of join the business, help you?
It sort of completes this circle.
Yeah.
There are times when everyone's questioning each other. Whether it's Viraj's art, Vishesh and I are constantly questioning him. Vishesh is making my life miserable right now because he's got a why for every outfit that he sees. Why?
He's like your editor, in-house editor.
Yeah, he's literally, he's like my painful editor.
Yeah.
He's like, why did you do this? What's the story? What's the reason for it? Why is this collection happening? Sometimes you just make something because you love it. And I can't give him that answer, so I have to cook up a story.
Yeah.
That, okay, let me just not tell him I've just made it because I love it.
Yeah.
So in a way, he's making me think. It's really cool because all the time on our dinner table, we have conversations about art and artists and, like works of designers and what everybody's doing. So it's just somehow things that you don't know. Like I'm very in my own world. So somebody needs to tell me what's going on. I get to know. And then
Yeah.
it changes your perspective. And it just makes it okay to do things that you've never imagined in your life that you're going to do.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
do you think having these 20-something-year-old boys helps you stay very relevant and very
I-
in tune with what's happening?
Plus the energy, because
Yeah.
their social media or their reading or their interactions with their friends or the people that they know or the school that Vishesh goes to brings a very different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, suddenly you're okay with a lot more than you were okay with some time ago.
Yeah.
And just to keep the energy alive, because as I'm growing up, I want to make clothes that I see it from my eyes, right? So
Right.
it's possible that you get irrelevant after a point.
That's true.
So to have them, I think, does that too. Plus, also, I mean, I have legacy now.
That's a very good point. I wanted to touch upon this. So what is your succession plan? I mean, these two amazing boys.
So the thing is, for AKOK, it's quite clear. Viraj is more into the main business, and he's
Which is the Anamika Khanna brand.
yeah, but he's not involved in the design part of it because he's got his own art thing going, which is growing,
Yeah.
at a speed which
he's
I
a
don't
fine
know.
artist and he's doing really well. Yeah.
So we're at this juncture where we're all figuring out, what's next.
Okay.
But at this moment, just waiting for some more time to let it happen organically.
So there's no plan as such of how they will take
for
this
Anamika
over?
Khanna, not yet.
Yeah.
But we've started talking about it. And for me,
Right.
it's always been, at one point, they wanted to be like professional golfers, and I was okay with it.
Yeah.
And at one point, they wanted to play cricket and play that professionally. I was okay with that too.
Right.
So for me, it's never been like the boys must do this. This is coming to them naturally. So I'm welcoming them. And
You waited for them to want it, and now they do want to be involved,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Are you ever going to take a back seat? I don't think that's possible, right?
I don't know. Let's see. I hope people feel like they have nothing to wear after a point that I'm gone. That's my thing. I want someone to say, "Oh my God, she's dead. I have nothing to wear." That's the plan.
Yeah.
But let's see. I don't see it happening now. I want to do it till I'm relevant, till I make a difference, till I can make a difference. It's possible at some point I may not be.
Does this make you the happiest in the world, like designing?
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So if it's always going to give you happiness, you're probably going to do it forever.
Happiness, I'm 100% sure it will.
Yeah.
I may change the way I work. I may not do mainstream. I may do design in some other ways. I don't know. But like I said, I just want to do it till I'm relevant.
Yeah. There are three kinds of people actually who work in design. And correct me if I'm wrong, this has been my observation. They're the kinds who are in it completely for the business.
Yeah.
So they are businessmen. I've had designers even publicly say to me and otherwise too that they are businessmen. They're here for the business of it, and they have a very good business mind. And everything else is like secondary.
Yeah.
And then there's a second category who have a passion for design, but they also understand business, and they kind of marry the two, and they maybe have a partner who helps them, and they kind of like keep this thing going. Then there's a third category, which is you. In their soul, they're just an artist. And the business is like a chore, which happens as like a byproduct. And the business does so well just because the clothes are so beautiful. But this is my observation that you're just a pure soul. And maybe that's why people feel so protective of you, because you're just a pure soul and you just want to make beautiful things. Do you think that's true?
Vanya, what is true is that I just want to make beautiful things.
Exactly. That's my point. Like money and business, I think, is not on your priority list at all. It just comes.
So sometimes I do think about it, that I'm sitting here today chatting with
Yeah.
you. It's only recently that I've marketing. It's only recently that I actually have PR working for me. I have never done it all my life.
You've never needed marketing. You've never.
Everyone needs it.
I mean, you've never bothered.
I'll tell you this side of me. It's not like I don't know the business. It's not my priority. It just happened.
I think the clothes were just so beautiful that your business always did well.
It's really kind. But
But
yeah,
it's true.
I suppose
But I think
the
your
clothes did
focus was
well.
always just the creation and the actual clothes and the passion that you have for this.
So even now, it's like this one outfit which I need to finish properly versus everything else. I'll lean to that one outfit.
Yeah. So what's the number one thing that drives you? as a designer? The number one thing.
Actually, sometimes it's just something beautiful. Sometimes it's that, I'll be like, I'll wake up in the morning and I have this new idea
Yeah.
where I want to say, take the dhoti and convert it now into a corseted dhoti, which is what we've done.
Yeah.
And I just want to wake up and get to work to
Yeah.
get that to happen.
Yeah.
And for me, I can see. So if it's a dhoti I'm thinking about, I've already seen it in my head. And I know what it's going to be like. So I can't wait to get there and get it done. And I'll keep at it and
Yeah.
keep at it. So different times, different things. Sometimes it's the stress of deadline that drives me. I love it. It
Or you work
feels
well under like
I
a tight
work
deadline.
only well with a deadline.
Yeah.
So you leave me free without a deadline, you get nothing from me. But you
Yeah.
give me a deadline, I will deliver anything you want.
Good to know.
Yeah. You have to tie me down. You leave
Yeah.
me free, I'm a dreamer, I'll keep dreaming. But of course, we have a business to run.
Yeah.
I can't deny that. I have a lot of people who work with us.
Yeah.
You
Now
know,
it's a huge
there's
business.
responsibility. There's also come and do a show here, you got to pay your bills. It's
Yeah,
as simple as
that's
that.
true.
So I can't negate the idea of saying that, no, I'm not, I don't care. I do. I want to do well to keep everything going.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop me from being,
A
fortunately.
dreamer and a
Yeah.
purist.
Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of people complaining, but you're lost here and see what is happening. And I'm in the collection and I can't come out of it.
Yeah.
Like for the last 2 or 3 days, I'm here and, everyone's like, why can't we just meet for a drink or whatever? I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's like that because I love being in the zone that I am in,
Yeah.
where we're fitting, we're altering, we're doing this and we're doing that. And I'm there.
I love meeting people like you. So like we had on our podcast one season, we had Jayashree Berman. She's also just a pure soul. Like
is.
people who just want to be with their art and they want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Like, because these people are very rare now. Everything is becoming so commercial. So like, it's very once in a while you meet like pure souls,
Actually, sometimes what also happens is that we've reached this stage of life in terms of social media that you
Yeah.
don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to show up even when you don't want to show up.
Yeah.
And most times I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I won't show up. But sometimes I feel like I need to show up.
Yeah.
There are people who don't know what I look like. There are people who just don't recognize me when I walk in. I'm really okay with it. If I'm sitting here and chatting with you, I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm going to get something out of it.
No, you're not like that. That's what you're not.
Yeah, so I'm just fine with anything.
I think you lead with your heart and you
Yeah.
think like that and it's just worked out for you because you're supremely talented and this is,
Thank you.
and
thank
like it's just
I've also worked very hard.
of course, I'm sure.
I mean,
Nothing comes without
I
that.
feel like for anyone,
Yeah.
and if it helps, Vishesh and I have talked about this often. There's one thing to have talent,
Yeah.
and there's also another thing to develop that talent, to nurture it.
Yeah.
Then after a point, you reach a stage where your creativity becomes a habit.
Yeah. I think hard work and discipline is a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Like that's in any industry, if you want to do well, it's just a prerequisite. So
yeah.
it's like
Hannah, because I feel like sometimes I've met people very talented, like supremely talented, but I don't want to work with them.
Yeah. I
It's
feel
just
sad
not.
also when I see supremely talented people just wasting their talent because they're not working at it.
Yeah.
It makes me so sad because I'm like, you could have done so well and you just sat there. And,
So fine.
I mean, they're happy, but I feel sad on their behalf knowing the potential, you know? I think in life, like, it's really nice, or at least for me, like, my aim is to always reach a potential I know I have, you know?
But you've got to give it all you got. Nothing's
Yeah.
going to come for free. That much I know.
Yeah.
I have woken up at 5 every single morning, late night or not, travel or not, to do what I need to do. There are days where I just want to sleep it out and do nothing. But
Yeah.
if I've got to deliver, if I'm meeting a client, if I've got to be ready with a design, you can't tell them that I'm feeling sleepy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to discuss this, Anamika, because there are full houses running on copies of your design. Like literally, like she created the dhoti skirt, the little bralette with the cape. There are literally silhouettes you've created that were not there before as such. And there have been other designers who've just literally made so much money off the same designs.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen full fashion shows where it's like a replica, you know, it's crazy. How do you feel? Is it flattery or just annoying beyond a point?
Both, actually. I don't know if I think about it anymore so much.
Yeah.
But there was a time it was really annoying because we couldn't make what, we started out with.
Right.
Because there's so much of it everywhere that when you produce it yourself, you feel like you're copying something now. So you're like, so I'm like, guys, do not make the pickup skirt ever again. And that's
Yeah.
something that was so special.
You, it was so you
I
because
know.
you made it, right?
I don't even want to wear it myself, but that's how it started.
Yeah.
Also the capes.
Yeah.
And the best part is
Capes
that,
have been copied to death.
like,
I
I
mean.
stopped making them, right?
Yeah.
The day I stopped making them, everyone is complaining. So I'm like, just make up your mind. Should I make them or not? No, we need something new. But I've given you 100 different styles of capes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've also got to
You
stop
mastered
and
the cape,
move
I
on.
mean, at this point.
I think I can do capes in my sleep now.
Yeah.
But it's annoying because of the simple fact that it's killing fashion. But it's also really great because the minute something we put out and it's copied, we move on very quickly. And I'm complicating my outfits a lot more.
So it's getting harder to copy.
How much can you copy? We've stuck with our core, which is our hand embroidery, which is what I love, which
Yeah.
is the craft.
Yeah.
And now you take that and you put it in a machine and you try to make a replica. I don't even care, just do it.
It's never going to look the same.
Yeah. Sometimes I go to a wedding and everyone's like, oh my God, everyone's wearing your clothes. I'm like, no.
Have you ever looked at a replica and thought that it's yours?
100%.
Oh, so some people are making good copies too.
It's kind of, sometimes it feels
But
irritating.
you're supporting a lot of households. Let's put it this way.
I guess.
Yeah.
No, somebody got really angry with us and canceled an order.
Yeah.
Because she ordered with us and then she goes somewhere and she comes back fuming that, but this is lying in this place. I don't want to take names.
Yeah.
In this place that only makes copies. So is that my fault? Why did you go there?
Yeah, first of all,
Yeah.
what were you doing there?
Exactly. It was just really
Yeah.
funny. I was like, okay, if you're feeling that bad, I'll just take it back. It's just.
Brides really stress you out, no? Because for
Well,
them,
yeah.
it's like the be on and end all. It's their wedding day, but then they don't realize you're doing like a million brides.
Actually, interestingly, they do give me energy to think. When a lot of brides come to me and say, we want it to be different, my first question is, do you really want it to be different?
Yeah.
I think I've become a counselor.
Because emotions are so heightened, right? When
Yeah,
people are getting married. So
Interestingly, I get it. Why somebody's feeling a certain way or what is it that they're after.
yeah,
I'm able to emotionally connect now. For me, it's become more that.
you connect emotionally with every bride you work with. That's
Yeah.
a lot of baggage to take on,
No, in the sense that it's become a part of this journey. So if I'm sitting with you, because I've done this for such a long time, perhaps, I can figure out whether it's your in-laws stressing you or whether it's your own mom who's stressing you or whether it's the pressure of this social thing that's stressing
Yeah.
you. What is it that you're after? I'm able to understand that. And then I'm also doing the most important day of your life. It's an
Yeah.
honor,
Yeah.
right? For them to trust you. And so
you still
give
feel
it-
like it's an honor?
if a father's coming and telling you, I want my girl to have the best that she can on this day, it's an emotional thing. It's for me, it's not just about the design. So I get into it.
That's so
you know.
sweet. Do you get a lot of people just trusting you blindly that just
I do.
make us,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's very rare also. 'Cause
They come to me
people come with
thinking-
such a vision usually of what they
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
But with you,
They-
I can see people trusting you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. They come to me wanting to be a red bride, going back with a off-white bride.
they
I
just
think
go with
it's-
your vision.
They do. They do. I'm not like, okay, this is what I think and this is what you should do and this is right. I'm not there. I find that balance.
You vibe with them, I'm sure, and then
Yeah.
kind of see what would be good for
Yeah,
them
yeah.
also. Like you said, part counselor, part designer.
Yeah, a full counselor. I think
Yeah.
the only thing left for me is to read the mantras. I'm like a pandit only. Like sometimes like, do you know what else? Of course you need the sevra, you need the tani. No, but we need to tie something. I said, I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I know what you need to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like the girl's mother has taken me into another room to tell me on the side that, listen, can you explain to my daughter that this is what her mother-in-law wants and she's revolting. I was like, okay, let me figure it out.
Oh my God.
It happens.
So you get involved to that level.
It's just about relationships. It just
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
That's why every bridal appointment must be like 3 hours with you because of all this that is happening. It's not just a simple, I need this lehenga situation.
I do less now.
Yeah.
I don't do that much personal
Yeah.
appointments. But when I do it, then I got to give it.
Then you give it like that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do get involved in, everybody's clothes. Nothing leaves my organization without my sign off. Nothing. They have to bring it to me because I feel like that little something makes a difference because that's what they come to you for.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a tough process and everyone's frustrated with me because I think as I'm getting older, I'm becoming like a nitpicker. It's going to happen, right? Your taste in embroidery, like nothing is acceptable anymore. Anyways, you're struggling because everyone's making machine and the karigars want to make like quick work and I'm there going opposite. So it's it's like the struggle.
I think that's what's keeping your brand, the standard and the aesthetic of your brand so high still.
It's an important thing for me, but this is something that somebody has to realize that we're getting so mechanized so fast. It's all going to die. Of course, even the karigars, their children don't want to do this because we don't respect them enough.
Yeah, exactly.
They want white collar jobs. They want to do other things. They don't want to sit on that adda and sit down and work like that all day. So that's something that makes me terrified.
Me too, actually.
After 5 years, I'm not going to get.
No, that's just don't even see. Because that's like our
I'm
heritage.
selling,
that's
just
our
buy
legacy.
everything now only.
Buy everything and just keep wearing your archives again and again.
Something like that. But yeah, and the other thing about preserving or to be able to create something that's still worth something.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me, at least.
I mean, you're the only designer. The only designer who I've ever said that, can you just make me something and send it without giving a brief?
A lot of people do that to me. It's the most painful thing
ever.
Is
it? I'm so sorry because I just trust you blindly. So I'm like, can you just like, I remember a long time ago.
For Sophie and you, right?
Yeah, well, Sophia and I, and then even before, a long time ago, it was, I was like, just make something. And then you sent me, I had no idea what you were making me. I didn't even know what silhouette you were making me. You sent me this anarkali, with this whole silver, it felt like an armor on top with embroidery. It was heavy. It was so beautiful. I still have it. And then I wore it 10 years later after you made it to Sonam's Adankaraj. This is the thing with beautiful clothes. You can just keep them and wear them 10 years later, 15 years later. But you are the only designer who I blindly like just do whatever you want.
It's damn
I think
painful.
for most people, you're the only one who they can trust.
I refuse to be. I'm making this announcement. I'm not going to be that designer anymore. You've told me make whatever. Now I'm sitting and thinking, what do I make? Like, give me a starting point. Give me something.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that to me.
You know what the reason is?
They also tell me to do bridal outfits without giving a brief. You figure it out.
I feel like when I give my input, or even if I give you a starting point, it can never be as good as what you will come up with.
I also feel like sometimes when, you try too hard to get into each and every flower and each and every detail, then I give up. Like, okay, you design it, get your outfit done. But when you leave it, obviously I don't have a choice and I have to put all of me into it. So that's the difference. But it'll be nice if you give me a brief next time. At least tell a color. Or at least tell the occasion. Say something.
Yeah. I mean, with your clothes don't need occasions. Your clothes can be worn for anything, anytime. That's the thing.
It's really nice that you say that because that's a mission in my life. I don't want to make clothes just for that one time and chucked out. People keep asking me sustainability. For me, that's what it is.
That is sustainable.
Yeah.
I wore this for my sister's baby shower. I'm wearing this today with you. I'm going to wear this today for all kinds of occasions. This stunning embroidery. Hopefully, I can pass it on to Sophia. It'll be very cool for her when she's grown up.
She has one denim thing.
She has this matching to this.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That
we did like a whole denim thing for my sister's baby shower. And we were all in denim, including my sister, and it was just a cute thing.
Yeah.
We were that weird family who wears matching outfits.
It's really cute. That's my plan, by the way.
Yeah.
To do like matching resort for kids, and
it'll do so well because all mothers, like for mothers, this is like a whole thing,
Anyway, I've been doing it. Everyone wants their babies to match them.
Yeah.
It's like now may as well start charging for it.
You should. You totally should. It's a great, anything to do with babies is a good business because moms become blind when it comes to like buying for kids, like any price, anything. You'll think about yourself, but you never think twice about your child.
Yeah, true.
Especially if it's a baby girl, then you literally lose it, because everything looks so cute in that little size.
I know. I'm thinking we should like make these little Indian lehengas.
Please do. I'll be definitely a customer for my niece and my daughter.
It's really cute because I did some for somebody who's just 3.
Yeah.
And she's like, I have a cape. Can I have a dupatta?
The 3-year-old asked
Yeah,
you.
I was like, really? Of course.
That's so cute. Yeah, they have a mind of their own. I
Yeah.
mean, Sophia
And it's
chooses all her
very
own outfits.
interesting.
Yeah.
She does,
Yeah, she
right?
does. I can't tell her what to wear.
Yeah.
If I tell her, she will especially not wear it. So
Yeah, she'd
I
probably
just
go
don't
to-
even bother. Yeah. Now tell me this, showing in London and now this whole with Reliance being a part of AKOK, is being global and selling globally is that the new goal with AKOK?
It was always the goal.
That was always the goal. So
Yeah.
now are you selling in London? Are you selling in other countries?
It's the process has started.
It started.
You know, you have to keep being there. You have to keep showing. You have to
Yeah.
be present. You
Yeah.
have to get the product right.
Yeah.
You have to get the sizing right. You've got to get your
Yeah.
everything right.
Yeah. And you have to understand the markets also.
And then different markets have different tastes. Like
Yeah.
if I'm in America or whether I'm in the Middle East or whether I'm in Europe, they're 3 different zones.
Yeah.
So to get that also,
Yeah.
you know, people
Yeah.
have different tastes and, you know, to figure out where you want to be or what is it that you want to be looked at as a
Yeah.
brand.
And how has the whole partnership with Reliance been?
Can't complain.
Have they respected your space as an artist? They have.
They've
Yeah.
never ever interfered in the creative process. They've never given input. They've never said what I should do. All they do is that, okay, this is what I want to do. So they make it happen. That's
So that must be very helpful then.
That's a really good side of
Yeah.
having a corporate or people with that intention
Yeah.
with you. The other side is, of course, the processes and systems. Like you want to send one courier, it's going to take you 10 days. That you got to navigate and you've got to accept that this is how it works and this is how it should work.
Yeah.
I mean, when I worked with H&M, it was planning and pre-planning and production and pre-production and pre-pre-production and planning for pre-production and pre-production. And I was like, if I hear the word pre-production, I'm going to kill myself.
Because big corporates, there's just a lot of planning and a lot of layers.
So
is that
not
what you mean?
one pin is out of place. You know, that was my biggest learning. I was like, oh my God, the amount of planning that has gone in on the last day, when the product comes out and goes on the shelves or on the day that you're shooting, you just know it and nothing moves. There's not a pin of wastage. There's no trauma
So they plan
anywhere.
everything so well that it just goes
Yeah.
smoothly. But so I want to ask this, H&M gets a lot of criticism for being a fast fashion brand, and especially because a lot of people are moving towards sustainability. And you as a brand have been sustainable because there's a lot of focus on craft and on clothes that have, you know, the shelf life of like a lifetime or many lifetimes. It can be passed down. So you come from that space. And then to collaborate with a brand which is very now and not sustainable enough, how was that marriage? And why did you choose to take that opportunity with them?
It's very interesting you ask me this because when I started work with them, I was like, should I not?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Is this the right decision? They look at sustainability at a different level, which
Yeah.
is authentically sustainable, which is not just for telling a story. So even like the metal that we produced, the jewelry that we produced, who produced it? What was the material that was used? They went into the depth of everything.
Right.
And there was no appropriation of anything. There was creative freedom. There
Yeah.
was, of course, there's a price point. So you work on that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fabrics that were used, the whole storytelling of it, I never ever for once felt that this was fast fashion. And obviously, you collaborate because the platform that it gives you globally,
Yeah.
plus the opportunity of doing something sitting in India, which is so vertically different than what you do, is very interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
We
I
put out
did think the quality of that collection was very superior. A lot
Yeah.
of garments you wouldn't find in other fast fashion. Maybe that had a lot to do with you.
Yeah, we worked
Yeah.
as a collaboration. It
Yeah.
was not about them telling me what they want.
Yeah.
It was a collaboration of discussions and
Right.
ideas and exchanges. I guess that's how we got there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think all these things are just steps into becoming more global and a more globally recognized name, right? I mean, it just sounds like it. There was a collaboration with Starbucks.
There was.
There was the now H&M and now London Fashion Week. And then, of course, Reliance is on for the ride and they really helped with a lot of the expansion.
Yeah. That's the AKOK ambition.
Yeah.
They're just two things. One is to be a brand out of India, which is global,
Yeah.
which is the same ambition I had 10 years ago when I started out with Anamika.
Yeah.
It was too early and I was just not experienced, so I didn't have the bandwidth.
Yeah.
It's the same ambition that why can't a brand out of India be relevant internationally everywhere? I had put it down very clearly that I want this brand to be global. It's not a quick journey. You
Yeah.
might become a star overnight, but to establish something, to get the back ends right, to get your systems right, to make sure that you deliver the right product on time, it's a journey.
Another international platform that I wanted to discuss was the Met. You did Isha for the last Met.
Yeah.
It was very cool. It was very tailored.
It was.
It had a cape. Her jacket had a cape.
Yeah.
There was a corset, right?
There
Inside.
was a waistcoat actually.
Yeah.
So I was just following the theme
Yeah.
and looking at it, that marriage of coming from Swadesh and the theme together. So I was just marrying both the things in my own way.
Was that a fun creative process for you?
It was. It was. You know, when you leave me free to do whatever, it's just great. Then I come up with ideas which are, you know, like they have no reason to be, but they are. So when it comes to fruition, you realize that there was a reason.
And then there was a hat also as a part of that look, right?
Yeah.
And a walking stick. Did I make that up?
That was just, we were just having fun with this shoot.
But that was fun. I thought that was nice. It was very cool. It was very like on theme, and it was tying in the whole look together.
Did you see Isha wear a hat and walk out? Not going to happen,
but
right?
she wore it for the shoot.
Yes.
Yeah, she wore it for the shoot.
She was very sporty.
I mean, I think she pulled it off. It was pretty cool.
She's really cool, actually. She's very easy and
and then of course the family jewels always help elevate the
look. There's no challenging that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask, because you're an industry leader in India, right? And I've noticed that you have a very good relationship with all your contemporaries. I would say 99% of them. Because you're like essentially competing for the same markets, right? The same brides, the same clients. But with your contemporaries, they all seem to love you.
Pani, I'm very secure. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to get the better of anyone else. I'm not there to outdo anybody.
You're just like kind of doing your own thing, right?
I'm doing my own thing. I'm not going to get a panic attack because my colleague has gone to Paris and I couldn't get there or something.
Yeah.
I'm fine and I feel happy that, you know, especially one of them was he's like my really good friend. And yesterday, he's writing me, I want this, I should shut up.
Gaurav also spoke about you in our episode with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, he gave you a shout out and he was like, that's what I'm saying, they all love you.
He deserves a whack. He thinks I'm his next mother or something like that. Like, I don't like that. Like, have you seen my face?
I think it's all because of the way you look. I think it's because of the way he feels about you. You know?
He feels extra protective.
Yeah.
But I have that relationship because I'm really not trying to take your space.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
And because I'm tucked away in a corner in Calcutta, it helps.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's happening elsewhere.
Right.
So I'm just doing my own thing quietly. It's just that.
Where is the Indian design industry and fashion industry heading? Like, are we just going to rely heavily on Bollywood?
No, we're just going to make
marketing?
lehengas and call it fashion.
Does couture in India just mean bridal wear?
I don't know what's going on. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because, of course, it's important for us to do that.
Yeah.
It's part of our culture. Plus, you've got to run your business.
Yeah, and that's a good way to like get the money in during bridal season, right?
It's fine.
Yeah.
But then let's not call it couture. Let's just say that we're making bridal clothes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad also because I feel like there is a generation, which is obviously a much younger generation, the newer kids. I don't know if people are thinking.
They're just copying?
No,
what do you
I
feel?
just feel that because everyone's like
swiping
all the time, automatically it's in your neural system. So when you're designing, somewhere or the other, you're just pulling out from what's there, no?
What you've seen somewhere.
Yeah, it's happened to me. I have sketched something and then I suddenly realized, oh my God, this is something that I'm getting influenced with. Because I was looking at it so much, because I loved it so much. And I just kept looking at it. And then I'm just designing it, not even realizing that it's looking like that. And that's a lot that's happening. People are not thinking. I can't put my finger on something and say, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this.
What advice do you have for like young designers to stay original? What should they do?
I also feel this desperation, you know, has to end. Desperation to get well known, desperation to make money, desperation to be there, desperation to be international, desperation. I just feel like we're forgetting the creative process which will actually take you there. To sustain it, you got to just switch off everything. this time we shot our archives, for Couture, which I've done 20 years ago. I'm shocked at my own creativity back then.
Yeah. The thing with your design
But
sensibility is
what
that
I
it's so
did
modern
then,
yet so classic. I can't explain it. Like
I know
you
what you
have the
mean, but I'm
dichotomy
also
going.
saying that what I did 20 years ago, it was very, very, very original.
Yeah.
It was.
You're the queen of originality, and then
But I
everybody.
feel that now, like I have
Yeah.
too much information. I want to go in a well and sit there or
Yeah.
something. I'm not taking away the importance of where we are.
Yeah.
I'm not taking away the importance of social media. I'm not taking away the importance of needing to be seen and doing the things that you need to do in today's world. But I'm also emphasizing that that's not it. You are not attending a party for 1 minute, just take a photo and leave
Yeah.
and post it. That's not the goal. You're not going to a show and just like take a video and say, I'm right here, but you've missed the show.
Yeah.
You're just recording, right? For me, it's also about taking that moment to feel, to actually enjoy
it,
something
yeah.
that you're seeing at this moment because it's going.
Right.
People are not there with you anymore completely.
Yeah, that's true.
They're talking to you, but there's something else.
Yeah.
They're there, but their mind is on the next picture that they've got to post. So I'm just feeling like, what about just being there?
Yeah. And I think maybe just being there and experiencing things for what they are probably help a creative process also.
100%.
Yeah.
And then also the recognition or the pride in being who you are and where you're from. Say for me, this collection that we did, I was very clear. It's going to come out of India. Every single piece that we did yesterday, from the embroideries to the silhouettes to why it was done, has come from where I was born.
Yeah.
In my own way. And I feel proud of that.
Yeah.
That's my identity.
Yeah.
And this is what I keep saying, that if your identity is not there,
you know what I feel? I just had an epiphany. I think what happens is a lot of designers are in a identity crisis.
yeah,
They're copying everybody else because they're not being who they are. And
Exactly.
originality isn't being who you are, where you're from, what life you've led has brought you to this point
Yeah.
to design this.
Are you going to buy a black dress from me?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, I'll buy anything from you, but
No,
yeah,
but-
okay. Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a choice of buying like a black dress from the perfect person who makes it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to not buy the embroidered jacket. You
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Because that's who
That's
I
you.
am.
Before we go, I want to speak about your brand's personal relationship with actors and the Indian film industry or Bollywood. I know that there are a couple of brands like you and like Sabya, maybe like one or two others, where like every A-list actor, it's on their stylist's like #1 wish list that we need to get a Anamika Khanna for, say, a really important red carpet or for an important occasion. But brands like you don't dress everybody, I've noticed. I would say the top 2-3 brands in India don't dress everybody. What is this relationship like with celebrities and celebrity dressing and couture?
To be very honest, it works best when it's done personally. Like with Sonam.
Yeah.
She and I have discussions.
I
It's
mean,
not
she's
about
unique though. I mean, she's,
Of course. So you come up with something that's just for her and
yeah.
it just makes it that much more special. But
Yeah.
when it's almost like, okay, I have an occasion, do you have something? Then it's that.
Yeah.
So in terms of dressing, I always feel like a small interaction or a personal something makes it
That's how you
special.
prefer to do it with celebrity
100%.
dressing?
I don't like that word only, celebrity dressing.
So what-
I just feel like, let's just do beautiful things and let's just find another way.
Yeah.
Like it's just becoming a rut.
Yeah.
And it bothers me when it becomes a rut. That you must get someone to walk at the end of the show. You must do that. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. You've gotten somebody who doesn't fit there.
Yeah.
Why should you have to do it?
So you
it's
like that
a-
collaboration to also be organic and
Shouldn't it
be
be?
special? I mean, in ideal world, yes, but we're not in an ideal world, right? Everyone's in a hurry. People call you sometimes a day before being like, I need a garment.
Bollywood is like that. They'll call you an hour before that, can you send me something? I need something. But I live in Calcutta. Like even if I beg someone for a private plane, it will still take me 3 hours.
Yeah.
I can't get it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we live in that bubble, that's
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know what it is that we should be doing slightly differently.
So what collaboration with Sonam is your favorite?
That sari where she did this nose ring and then she did this.
Oof, the
whole-
Khan look.
Yeah.
The Khan, yeah, it was ivory and gold.
And then she did the nose ring, and I was paranoid because there was somebody else who had done a nose ring before and got like really.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then I
yeah.
was like, oh my God, we're doing this. But then it's Sonam.
She pulled it off.
She will pull off anything.
She
No?
pulled it off. Also, she has a very nice nose, but she pulled it off.
She did magic. And
Yeah.
then that outfit became like iconic. Like people still, after so many years, send me pictures of
Because
that.
it's a classic, right?
Yeah,
A
it
jacket
was-
and an ivory sari is like, feels so
And
classic.
then it was India out there in
Yeah.
full
Glory.
glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's beautiful about you also and your label is that it's very unapologetically Indian,
It is.
but it's for a modern life, which is like perfect, right? Because that's who we are. We live a modern life, but we're very much Indian. Thank you, Anamika. I can't thank you enough for being here.
It's my pleasure.
I know
for
you're a
you.
busy
Thank
time
you
right
for
after
having
London
me.
Fashion Week, but thank you.
Thank
This
you
was
for
fun.
having me.
We didn't realize we just kept chatting, going on and on and on.
Yeah, it was fun. I think we're just going to continue chatting after you stop anyways.
Thank you.